Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Zir News 24. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of Sunbula 1404 in the Hijri solar calendar, corresponding to July 22nd, 2025 in the Gregorian calendar. I'm Mohammed Salama, bringing you the latest national and international news. Headlines. Phone conversation between Muttaqi and Qatar's deputy foreign minister on bilateral relations and the repatriation of 81 Afghan nationals from Germany. Uzbekistan's high-level delegation arrives in Kabul to strengthen regional security cooperation. Afghanistan and Uzbekistan enhance economic ties, focusing on energy and trade development. Israeli air and ground strikes in Gaza kill 60 Palestinians in Deir al-Balah. Severe flooding in Pakistan has claimed 221 lives, triggering nationwide concern. National News 1. Uzbekistan delegation in Kabul. A top military and intelligence delegation from Uzbekistan, led by Intelligence Chief General Kurbunov Bahodir, has arrived in Kabul for bilateral talks with Afghan officials on regional security and cooperation. The delegation held an initial meeting with Acting Minister of Defense Mullah Muhammad Yaqub Mujahid and is expected to meet other senior security officials. Among the delegates were Deputy Intelligence Chief General Mukhtarov Farooq and Border Forces Commander General Kasanova Salimjan. This visit comes as regional dynamics shift, with Russia pledging formal recognition of the Islamic Emirate and broader regional cooperation now under review. The Ministry of Defense confirmed discussions on border security, intelligence sharing, and regional stability. 2. Afghan-Uzbek economic cooperation. The CEO of Afghanistan Breshna Shirkat, Abdul Bari Omar, held a video conference with Uzbekistan's Minister of Energy, Jurabek Mirzamakmudov, to discuss economic cooperation. Both sides emphasized strengthening electricity trade and infrastructure development, aiming to reinforce long-term strategic partnerships. Though full details remain private, both parties reached preliminary agreements to deepen cooperation. Afghanistan currently imports electricity from Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Iran. Muttaqi's call with Qatari official. Acting Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi held a phone call with Qatar's Deputy Foreign Minister Mohammed bin Abdulaziz Al Khalifi. They discussed the repatriation of 81 Afghan nationals from Germany, the latest wave of refugee returns, and overall Afghan-Qatari bilateral ties. Qatar committed to maintaining its positive role in supporting Afghan processes and said it is coordinating with agencies on managing refugee returns. For Defense Ministry Annual Review, Chief of Army Staff Fasihuddin Fitrat reported that the military conducted over 964,000 operations across the country in the past year. Security forces seized large quantities of light and heavy weaponry, explosives, narcotics, communication devices, and other illegal materials. 15 border brigades, 93 battalions, and 765 outposts are currently active along Afghanistan's 6 international borders, including the Durand Line. Handler 5, Standards Authority Accomplishments. The National Standards Authority finalized 134 technical standards and 213 testing procedures through 128 committees last year. Chairman Maulavi Wahid Ahmad Badri and Technical Deputy Maulavi Mohammed Asif Khanit noted that over 50,000 samples were tested across sectors like construction, leather, textiles, and electronics. They also monitored 80 production and import companies and verified 1,865 items for compliance. 6. Baghe Bala Park investment deal. The Ministry of Finance signed a 20-year contract with Habibullah Zazai Group to develop the Baghe Bala Recreational Park in Kabul. The project spans 160 acres with investment of nearly 367 million Afghanish. The Islamic Emirate will retain 31% of the revenue, and the company will manage 69%. Construction will take 2 years, followed by 18 years of operation. International news. 1. New Israeli attacks in Gaza. Israeli forces launched fresh air and ground attacks in Deir al-Balah, Gaza, killing 60 civilians. UN agencies report growing concern, with health workers collapsing from hunger and facilities under direct attack. WHO confirmed that Israeli forces raided their depots, arrested staff, and subjected them to torture. In the West Bank, raids continue, and Houthi rebels claim to have fired missiles at Ben Gurion Airport, which Israel says were intercepted. On 27 countries demand immediate ceasefire. Foreign ministers from 27 nations, including the UK, France, Italy, Japan, and Canada, issued a joint call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. They warned of an unprecedented humanitarian disaster and demanded safe access for humanitarian aid. Israel rejected the call in Gletzmanet, saying such statements misrepresent the realities of war and weaken efforts to fight terrorism. 3. Pakistan monsoon disaster. Flash floods and heavy rains in Pakistan have killed 221 people, mostly in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Chakwal, and Gilgit-Baltistan. Vehicles were swept away in the floods. Rescue efforts are underway, but 15 individuals remain missing. 4. Tropical storm Wifa strikes Philippines, heads to Vietnam. Tropical storm Wifa has caused 5 deaths in the Philippines and displaced thousands. It is now approaching Vietnam's northern coast with winds of 102 kilometers per hour, threatening heavy rainfall and landslides in provinces like Haiphong and Ninh Binh. Char 5. Trump threatens new strikes on Iran nuclear sites. President Donald Trump stated that the U.S. is prepared to target Iran's nuclear sites again, if needed. Iran's FM Abbas Araghchi admitted previous damage, but vowed that uranium enrichment will continue as a matter of national pride. Sports news. Bandi Amir defeated Spingar Tigers by 12 runs in the Shpagiza Cricket League, marking their second win. Mamli Sharif volleyball team won the final in Cochiano, Nangarhar, beating Awaz Khan Club 3-0. Taekwondo competitions in Chamkhani, Paktia concluded with Group A taking first place with 22 points. Barcelona signed Marcus Rashford on a 1-year loan from Manchester United with a $35 million buy option. That concludes today's news bulletin from Zir News 24, presented by Mohammed Salama. For continued updates, follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Zir News 24. Until tomorrow, Allah Hafiz.